to the United Star, and I'm with Prashant right now. Prashant, what a game! I mean, where do we even start from?
I think
Let's look.
Vishesh, there's only one starting point, if I'm being honest, and that is the absolutely horrific refereeing from Martin Atkinson. I mean, yes, Martin Atkinson, and as well added to that VAR. There are two clear penalties. One for the foul on Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, I you can argue and anyone can argue all they like that Ronaldo ran into him, but a standing person doesn't have one leg here and the other leg there. That doesn't happen. So that was clearly an outstretched leg and a foul. The tackle of Zuma on Ronaldo, he took Ronaldo out completely. I don't care if he was getting to the ball or not getting to a ball. On any other part of the pitch, that is a foul, and it's a foul in the penalty box as well because Ronaldo cut him. He didn't get anything on the ball, and he took him out completely. Two clear penalties. The Luke Shaw one is a penalty. I'm not going to argue that it's not a penalty, but what absolute, I mean, it's such a joke that that wasn't given a penalty. And you look at what kind of a penalty was given in the Brighton and Leicester game. Absolutely ridiculous penalty given.
Just to cut you here, I agree with all these penalties. I think we've been unlucky with penalties. I'm not gonna talk about that. But De Gea has saved a penalty after saving one from Lukaku, who has now gone to Manchester United, then Inter Milan, and then come back to Chelsea. What is your
Yeah.
take on?
Cemented that number one position, don't you think?
So, Vishesh, I am telling you, David De Gea is my number one. There is no question or doubt in my mind that David De Gea is absolutely my number one. He is unbelievably good. And, I think personally he's flown a little bit under the radar, if I'm being honest. His form has been phenomenal. I think he's made even today, he made almost a one-on-one save, and then he's made the penalty save in the end. He did the same against Young Boys. He made one very good save. Against Wolves, obviously, he made that double save. So, I mean, I think this man is in phenomenal form, and it's going under the radar, which I like because I feel like he's going, that one game is around the corner where he's going to have like 7 or 8 saves in a row and be back to the level that we know him. And also, I think there's a confidence about him. We could see after that penalty, he was just more than a sense of relief. There was a sort of almost an anger that was let out that I am here. Like all this talk about Dean Henderson, who is the best keeper in the Premier League, and somehow it just feels like here is this guy who's done it for so many years had just been forgotten and written off. In terms of goalkeeping years, he's not that old, and another fantastic performance from him.
Yeah. I think that full Henderson discussion is out. I mean, there's no. I mean, let's be honest. When the season started, the reason why De Gea got in the post was because Henderson got COVID. Otherwise, it would have been a very fair argument to have started off Henderson instead. But he's proved his worth. I mean, I wouldn't go to the extent of saying he's done and covered up for the Villarreal loss of not saving a single penalty, but he started the season very strong, and I'm seeing a
No,
very
Vishesh,
new
you have
David
to
De Gea.
also look at the improvements, right? Like you look at his distribution, that goal that we scored against Newcastle, the last goal we
Where he
scored
gave
against
it to
Newcastle.
Greenwood, and then
Yeah,
Greenwood.
yeah, it would came off his distribution. So what was his poor about him? Distribution was not good. His ball handling, shot stopping has never been in concern, and he looks a lot more confident right now.
Yep.
And then penalties, and he saved a penalty as well. So I think you have to give him all the credit, but at the same time, I think Vishesh, this was not a very good game from United, to be very,
Yep.
let's face
Yep.
it.
Yep.
I think Fred misplaced about 50 or 60%
So
of his passes.
before we get to Fred, I just want to talk about everything that was positive, right? So De Gea was a great performance. You already spoke about the ref and the penalties, and that's a discussion to have for a later day of how things are going. But some players that I believe really stood out this game were the two players that we signed in. One was Ronaldo, because obviously those penalties should have been pens, which we're looking at 2 pens. Great goal from nothing, something that we missed, right? We never had those tap in goals before, and the
Mm,
man has 4 goals in 3 games. He's showing
mm,
what we wanted of him, and he's doing it. And the second player is Rafael Varane. I remember in the first half he was making some crucial blocks. I remember when Maguire lost the ball, and then I think West Ham took a shot on goal, or a pattern of play like that. He made a
mm.
crucial block. He's been commanding the box well. What's your take on those two new players? I mean, Ronaldo's not new, and we all know how he is, but how they've settled into the side.
I think Ronaldo was very good. I think Fabianski was also phenomenal for West Ham today. And if it had not been for him, Ronaldo probably would have got another couple of goals at least, I believe. But I think he played very well today, and I think he had a couple of good runs, two penalty shouts in my view, which were penalties. Varane, I thought that in terms of defensively he was good, but again in terms of ball distribution, I found him and Maguire very not no, very poor today, and I thought that they could have done better. But having said that, I think all in all, I think Varane had a good game. I think Shaw also did. I think Van Bissaka needs to sort of adapt a little more to the fact that now he's got Varane alongside him, and he needs to play a little wider. He needs to hold that width. He keeps on coming inside, and then the right hand side is completely left empty. So I don't
Yeah.
think he needs to come in that often. And the other thing, I think again, I mean, I know you want to talk about the positives, and I'm going to talk about one other player later on, but I can't not talk about Fred because I mean, last season we all spoke about how he's the most improved player and he's doing so well and all of that, but like it just seems like he's fallen off this cliff where it's free fall because he keeps on misplacing 5 yard passes, 10 yard passes. I'm not even thinking of glory passes, 5 to 10 yard passes he's misplacing, and Maguire did the same as well. So I was very disappointed with those two. What I was happy about, to be very honest, is Jesse Lingard.
I
I
was just
think
going
this
to
is a
come on
great
to him.
response from Lingard after sort of what happened
So Prashant,
midweek in
before we
the
talk about Lingard, do you think
yeah.
Lingard is buying his way back into the 11 or at least a guaranteed substitute?
See, we spoke about this before the Young Boys game that we thought that Lingard has sort of done enough to, he's earned his start. And I think he's again proved that. He's definitely proved that as well again because you can see it, right? He's got the confidence. Like there's this rhythm he's in, which is good. If you think about it, he scored 2 goals in the last 3 games he's played and provided a fantastic assist. If I can be a little tongue in cheek here, but Jesse Lingard, I think, he's earned his place, and I know he made that mistake against Young Boys, but players make mistakes. It's the way you bounce back, and there's no other way to bounce back than scoring a winning goal. Of course, ensured by De Gea that it was the winning goal. So I think there's no better way, and I think that's absolutely phenomenal that the way he's playing. Another player that I thought was very good today, and he won't get the credits or the praise because his name does not appear in the score sheet anywhere, is Bruno Fernandes. Some of the balls he was picking out today. I mean, the goal obviously Ronaldo scored.
Prashant,
For,
just a question. I mean, we are picking out each and every player, and you're talking about this, but somewhere throughout the game, and this is I think the last thing we'll talk about, and then maybe we can focus on the preview of the year, the what Carabao Cup, and then talk about it then. But focusing on these aspects, does it feel like United have just become the team that now crosses the ball for Ronaldo?
Not really. I wouldn't say that because I think Mason also made a couple of very good runs coming in from the right hand side. I think today there was a positional problem where, in my opinion, I think what happened is that we were playing we were almost playing a 4-2-2-2 with like McFred obviously is the holding, two center attacking mids and two strikers. We just didn't have a left hand side at all. I think Pogba was very good in the first half, not very good in the second half. And this positional sort of thing, I don't think we were really crossing balls in just for Ronaldo. I think most teams cross. I mean, I think Luke Shaw was making these crosses last season as well. So it was just that no one was getting to the end of it. And we saw Cavani get to the end of a lot of these crosses. So I don't think it's just for Ronaldo. I think obviously that crossing the ball and squaring it in is a big part of the game anyway. But I do think that we're playing a lot more direct, which I like because first there was a lot of dilly dallying around the box and these kind of things used to happen.
Fair enough,
But
Prashant.
you
So to sum it up, obviously not a good game. We aren't happy with the result. I mean, we are happy with the result. We aren't happy with the performance. But obviously, next game, Aston Villa. I know why you're excited for that game, and we'll keep that a surprise
but
for our viewers.
yeah.
But to ask you, first 5 games, we've got 13 points. Level, I would say. I mean, Liverpool are ahead of us. But could we have asked for a better start to the season?
Yes, we could have. We should have had 15 out of 15. We should have won that Southampton game, if I'm being completely honest. But then again, Southampton also managed to keep the mighty Man City at bay and held a 0-0 draw. So who are we to complain? But I think definitely a fantastic start. A very, very well in terms of results, it's been a great start. In terms of performances, if you're looking at it honestly, Newcastle and Leeds were good performances. Wolves, Southampton, West Ham, Young Boys, not good performances. So if we are getting results out of poor performances, if we do get going, do remember that we're missing what I think is a key part of the puzzle in Marcus Rashford. So once he also comes back in, things could really pick up from there. So let's see how it goes. But yes, very excited. Good first 5 fixtures in the Premier League at least. And 13 points, undefeated. The away record yet stands. We've ended West Ham's record. So yeah, I think things are looking good in
Yeah.
terms of the results for
Yeah,
United.
fair enough. It's a polar opposite to what we had last season, losing the initial games, losing to Crystal Palace, not having a positive start. So a great start to the season. We're second on the table, behind on goal
On goal
difference
difference.
to Liverpool, with Chelsea obviously having a game. So we may end this game week as third, which is all right because it's not like we are third on a difference of points. But great performance by Lingard, great performance by certain players, but we still need to step up. Do let us know what you think is going to happen in the comments below. But do like, share, and subscribe, and do check out our preview for a team we've already played this season, West Ham, which will come out idly on Tuesday. But until then, we'll see you next time. Bye bye.